Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Donald Trump, your president, claimed that food prices were down, gasoline prices are down, rent is down, mortgage down, everything's down, 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 down. And America is doing great as ever. I mean, America is winning. We're the hottest country on the planet. In fact, he said the president of Saudi Arabia actually told him that America is now feared again. We're feared. They fear us and they respect us. Well, before we get into his video, I want to run some quick stats by you. Inflation, 2.4% annual rate has increased. Food grocery prices increased 0.4% in February and up 3.1% year over year. Coffee is up 18.4% in 2025, and beef is up 16%. That remains high. Now, you might be able to get a break if you buy some of that printed beef that your government approved food companies to sell and put on your shelves. Gasoline average gas prices are around 3.13% or $3.13 per gallon, with 5.6% decreases over the past 12 months. Rent went up 2.5% in February, but 28.9% since the pandemic. And it indicates that a monthly rent is approximately $2,070. The mortgage, 30-year fixed rate, has kept buyers on the sideline with an average home sales price of around $463,000 per mortgage. Delinquency rates are at 2.65%. Educational costs saw a 0.2% increase in February, with consumers expecting a 8.4% rise in college costs. And these are some other key data points. Earnings, check this out, family. The average weekly earnings are around $1,250. Debt, student loan, delinquency sits at about 15.9%. And food price forecast for 2026, food away from home is expected to rise about 3.9%. So besides the fact that you never know what they're putting in your food, you may want to start eating at home more frequently because it's going to be a lot cheaper. Now, let's get into what Donald Trump, your president, had to say about the economy. Brace yourself, family, because these are lies that you've probably never heard in your life before, but the lie rolls off his tongue so easily, you wonder, do he really, really believe that? Let's see.
Repairing 4 years of disaster by the radical left Democrats in Congress and by the worst president in the history of our country. He is. I mean, it's not a question about that. He's just the worst president in the history of our country. The damage thank you very much. The damage he's done to our country is something we can never forget. After just 10 months, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected again. And the United States is back.
Once again, this is proof that it does not have to be true. Just say it. Just say it. And even if some people know it's not true, it's enough to make them doubt. Wait a minute. He's saying it. He's the president of the United States. Why would he lie? Plus, it can easily be fact checked. He wouldn't lie in front of the whole world like that. You know, there are economists out there who do this thing every day, all day. They would absolutely out him. Why would he lie like that? He lied to put it on the official record. He lied because that's just a natural thing, lie. Just lie. It absolutely amazes me how people can want to be around somebody like that, who would want to respect somebody like that. I don't care what kind of position you have in society, fam. I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes. I do not care what your position is if you're just not a good person. I don't even want to be around you. I have been around a lot of celebrities, and some of them are horrible people. So they have people cramming to be around them or whatever. I can be in a room with them, fam, and I go in the other direction. Every now and then, some of them that I come across frequently or see me and they be like, "What's up, Willie D?" And I'm like, you know, back in the day, I would have just said, "Not you," or something like that. But now I'd be like, more like, kind of like, just keep on moving on. I don't, cause a scene or try to get up in their chest, I just keep it moving because it's really not worth it. They know that they're nothing. They know that they're scum. But it's not just celebrities, though. There are certain people like, who are revered in the streets, right? There are certain people who are revered in the streets, or people who may have a political position or some type of power. They may own a club, they may own a restaurant, people like that, those type of people. Same thing to me, fam. I just don't do well around them. I don't want to be around them. I do not care if I go to your establishment and I feel funny about it. If I get a certain vibe, you ain't never got to worry about me ever stepping foot into that establishment again. I'm cool. I'm patient. I'm not desperate. I'm cool. I'm comfortable inside of my skin. I do not have to be where other people are to feel good about myself or to have a good time. I can be all alone in my home, just chilling, and I can be happy, as a duck in a pond. I'm straight. But these lies that Trump tells, like, something needs to be done about those lies, because there was a time when politicians would lie and you could catch them on a lie every, you might catch the lie every, maybe once a month or so. They tell a lie, or maybe once a week you catch them in a lie. But Trump, he lies so much that most people have stopped counting. Now, there are some people who take note of every single lie he tells, and they have a compilation of those lies. And we're talking about thousands of lies. I mean, thousands. Imagine the president of the United States caught thousands of times lying. This is not like any type of opinion here. These are facts. Lying. These are things that can be proven, easily proven. Like, he's lying about the price of gasoline, lying about the price of food, knowing that people are saying that they're hurting. People are hurting. Obviously not the people with the big money, but the common person who voted for him, the ones who really stand to gain the most by appointing somebody who would actually fight for them, who would actually do right by them. They're suffering the most. And he just continued to lie. And the more he lied to them, the more they believe him, the more that they fall in love with him. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it before. Like, and the men, to me, are the worst. The way that they glaze him, it's amazing. Like, it makes me think it's something, maybe it's something that they're missing, that they're short. They look at him and they wish that they were him in some kind of way. And, I don't know, like, that they love money so much. They ain't even getting none of the money. They're not even getting in on the money. The people who defend him the most, the hardest, they're not even getting close to that kind of money that he's getting and his people in his circle are getting. But they go hard for that dude, And look, it ain't nothing wrong going hard for somebody that you rock with. But I'm never going to go hard for somebody who won't go hard for me. I wouldn't do that. But The way this dude lies, he is like zero integrity. Think about it, fam. If somebody called you a liar, you would get offended, right? Even if you know you lied, right? But you wouldn't want to make it a career out of like every time you open your mouth, people think that you're lying, You wouldn't just want. Now, I know some of y'all be lying and y'all listening to me right now. Y'all lie, 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 lie. You're always lying. Just lie, 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 lie about everything. I got you. I know that's your thing. But the majority of people that are listening to me right now, you're not made like that. You don't appreciate being called a liar. Some people lie so often, they kind of embrace the whole liar label. They kind of embrace it. They like laugh about it. Yeah, I be lying, But most people, even if they do lie, they don't want to be called a liar, because to be called a liar implies that you're actually known for lying. It's almost like somebody calling you an electrician. You're known for, doing electrical work. You don't want to be called a liar. You don't want to be known for lying. Trump will be known for lying. And he will go down as the worst president in history. And it's going to take a long time for somebody to trump that. No pun intended. I saw him on Jake Paul's show. And he said on Jake Paul show that America is more respected. America is respected again. He said America is hot again. America is not hot. He's hot. He's hot. He's on fire. He's collected about $4-5 billion, since he's been back in office. Working these deals left and right, abusing the Oval Office. So he's been patting his pockets. He's hot. Yeah, America is not hot. America is less respected today than it has been in decades. It's less respected than it has been in decades. America is not hot. America is not more respected or respected again. That is a lie. That is a lie. I travel. I know a lot of people in a lot of different countries, and they do not respect America. Now, do they fear America? To an extent, yeah. America is feared because America is a bully, and America don't mind dropping an atomic bomb on human beings and wiping out innocent people, men, women, and children. They don't care. So, yeah, they're feared because, we got monsters running the show. You got the devil's advocates running the show. So America is feared, but America is not respected. Respect and fear are two totally different things. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.